What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I have to talk about Pokemon Center ETBs. I have to lay out my thesis. In fact, I'm doubling down. I'm tripling down. I'm all in. I'm all in. I've got to tell you, I've got to convince you guys that this is a good idea and it will pay off in the long run. So, without further ado, I say we get into this. So, history. Let's start from the beginning. 18th of June 2021. The Pokemon Center release Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes for a nice little price of $39.99. So it started with Chilling Rain. They released it looks like they were trialing obviously the two different versions. They then went away from that and have come back and flipped between it ever since. Strange. I don't know why they released two. I've no clue, but they do it anyway. I prefer it when they don't. It makes it simpler, makes it simple for everyone. You know, it's so much easier just to focus on one thing. But nevertheless, they released two. It didn't really sort of take off in the sense that it wasn't such a big thing when it first came out. It wasn't, it immediately released and it was this massive thing overnight. People still treated it like an Elite Trainer box. It wasn't, Elite Trainer box is nothing new at this point. It's only the Pokemon Center version where you get an extra 2 packs and some dice counter. I think the only thing difference is 2 packs and maybe some other little ancillary products. But yeah, so that is when it first came out. So we're talking, 3 years ago now. So this is where it all started in Chilling Rain. Now, before this, Black Star promos only used to release on holiday sets. So you can see a couple examples there. We've got the lovely stained glass window bird art, Zapdos, Moltres, Zapdos Articuno. You've got the Charizard V from Champion's Path, the Eevee from Shining Fates, all the jazz. So, yeah, Black Star promos were very specific to holiday sets only. So you didn't have it in general sets, main sets. You didn't have it in Vivid Voltage, Chilling Rain, all the main sets. Promos were not a thing all the way through Sword and Shield. So you only had that for celebrations. Obviously you had the Greninja Gold Star, but holiday set, you didn't have it for main sets. So you had it for Pokemon Go, etc., but not main sets. And what happened in the start of Scarlet and Violet? Well, Pokemon pivoted. They pivoted. They saw that it wasn't getting, it wasn't quite there. It wasn't hardly anything's perfect first time, guys. It needs to be refined. It needs to age like fine wine, be refined. And, I think they're getting there to nailing this product. They really are. So they changed it. They added a promo to every Pokemon Center ETB. So that includes main sets now. It includes main sets. So, and what they also did, as everyone knows, they added a stamped promo. So not only is it exclusive, but it's, you have that promo making it even better. So you have all the ancillary product, you have the extra 2 packs, and you have a stamp promo plus an ordinary promo, which you didn't have before in normal sets. Again, at the start in Scarlet and Violet, this sort of made a bit more sense because there's obviously the two main legendaries there from the Scarlet and Violet era. It made sense to do two, one Miraidon, one Coridon. It made sense. I get this time, but Chilling Rain did not make sense. Paradox Rift does not make sense. I don't know why they do it. So they pivoted. Very important for Pokemon. A very good strategic move. You can tell this company knows what they're doing. You can tell they're mature. You can tell they've been in the game for a very long time. When they're not seeing that excitement and through it, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to sort of add, you want to, refine it. You want to make it a bit better. You want to add some things, maybe take some things away, add some things, see what works. This is working. Okay, so we agree on that, hopefully. Now, I'm going to show you some data. obviously this not everyone likes data. I love a bit of data, but not everyone likes data. So main things I want you to take away from this. You can pause it if you want to. You can sit there and look at it all you want. A few things. MSRP on the left hand side here, over here, is for the Pokemon Center ETBs. Don't ask me why they changed so much. From Scarlet and Violet base 55 down to 50 for Paldea and so on, and then back up to 55. I don't know whether that's because the 55 wasn't selling right, so they dropped it, and then the demand came back, so they raised it back to 55. No clue. But obviously, pre that, Sword and Shield era holiday sets was 65, and normal main sets were 50. I've got current price, gain percent, number of days it's from release. So obviously this data is going to be different between Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, which I'm comparing later on, because there is it's a bit skewed for Scarlet and Violet because there's obviously less days it's been released for. So it's a bit, when it's hard to compare between something that's been out for 1,000 days and something that's been out for 300, because obviously price is very different. Game per day, exactly what I'm measuring on that next column there. I also want to say that I've taken dollar amounts. So this is all dollar amounts, done a FX conversion, so foreign exchange conversion to pounds. So it might not necessarily be accurate for the UK, because this is essentially US prices in UK currency. So again, this is basically showing you the US market in pounds. And then on the right hand side there, we got the regular ETBs, and that then to the right is all the data for regular ETBs. And as you can see, I'll draw your attention finally to the percentage gain on regular ETBs. Apart from Evolving Skies and Celebrations, it's looking pretty bleak. And 151, obviously, it's looking pretty bleak. So a lot of negative numbers, just heads up there. So yeah, pause it if you want to dissect it a bit more, but that's the data, guys. That's the data. So what does this mean? Let's break it down for the common lad like myself, and lady if you're watching. So we got the era there on the left-hand side, Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. So Pokemon Center ETBs, performance on average. Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs are up 101%. 101%. Compare that to 61% gain for Sword and Shield. Crazy, guys. So you can see the pivot. They pivot at Scarlet and Violet. You can see what happens after they pivot. Bearing in mind there has been less time in between release day. Obviously, this was taken on the 24th of December, but the release day, there's been less time elapsed since. So Sword and Shield has had a lot longer to mature and in price, and it still is outstripping the gain by 40%. This is mad. This is crazy, guys. We're talking crazy numbers. Stay with me. Regular ETBs on the right-hand side, down 11%. So not only are the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs up 101%, their counterpart, the regular ETB, is down on average 11%. Negative numbers. Sword and Shield is doing a lot better because they've had that time maturity, to rise in price, for supply to come down. You're sitting at 44% for a regular ETB gain. Very good game. Nothing too shabby. Evolving Skies is carrying that, I might add, But I will move on. Nonetheless, if you got involved in Evolving Skies, well done to you. If you went all in Evolving Skies, mate, I think you've made the best decision of your life if you went all in. But let's continue. So let's break this down into average gain let's focus on Pokemon Center ETBs first. Average gain percentage per day, per week, per month. I broke it down per day because we had, if you look at the data, if you go back, look at the data, we had release, how many days after release since the 24th of December just gone. So 24th of December to release day divided by the total percent gain, we get the percent gain per day, and then you can times it out 7 by week and then per month, etc. So I did, by the way, for this calculation to work, I did not just 4 weeks per month. I did an average of how many weeks per month per year. So it's not exactly 4. I think it's a bit more than 4. But for simplicity, Let's just focus on the numbers. Scarlet and Violet, 12% per month gain. Guys, Scarlet and Violet has only been out, 2 years. 12% gain per month for if you invest in these Pokemon Center ETBs. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Luckily, if you'd be lucky if you get, 8-10% a year. This is mental returns, guys. Your baseline is the S&P 500, 8%, 10% per year. But let's move on. Sword and Shield. So 2%, not even 2%, guys, per month for Pokemon Center ETBs. So what is this telling you? This is telling you that something's happened. You haven't. Why is Scarlet and Violet outperforming Sword and Shield so drastically in Pokemon Center ETBs? Because Pokemon pivoted. They saw what was happening. They saw that the demand for their product that is so exclusive to the investor, that it wasn't selling fast enough. When you've got a whip room of boxes just stacked up, product is not moving, you need space. Space becomes an issue for manufacturing lines, for manufacturing plants, which is what Pokemon is. It's a manufacturing line, it's a manufacturing plant. So what happens? They need to get rid of this product. How are they going to make this product? They've got an issue. They've got a retention time on product in whip. Like, how can they make this product move faster? They need to move product. Volume needs to get out of the door for them to make money. So per month, they get this number up to 12% gain per month, guys. This is wild. This is wild. They added the promos. Great. They made it exclusive. They added one stamped. Great. They raised the price. They raised the price, which is even wilder. So I just wanted you to take away some positives from this and some negatives, but mainly look at the overarching story here, because there are more negatives than positives, but the negatives are very sort of small little niggly things, but nonetheless they're important to point out because not everyone is on board. So as you can see there, I've got extremely good short-term return. As you can see, when it sells out in the Pokemon Center, there is a very very drastic and a very sharp short-term move in price. This just happens. It's a supply shock, guys. It is just what happens because it's so exclusive to the Pokemon Center. Point number 2, I've been, going on. Pokemon Center promo, stamped. It's exclusive. These investors, these collectors, they want exclusivity. They want. Look at my collection. I've got the best and rarest collection. Do you have every Pokemon Center stamp promo? No, you don't, but I do. That's what they want, guys. Okay, that's what you want. Very high demand from marketplace. The marketplace has made its decision on these guys. They are selling like hotcakes. People cannot get enough of this product. They are selling. Just have a look at the volume on TCG Player. They're selling like crazy. And look at Pokemon Center. Most of them out of stock. They're gone. For almost as if Pokemon Center could say they're never reprinting any of them ever again, because they're rewarding the people that come directly to them. Like, it's a good customer relationship to have. So next thing, limited supply, which is what I was saying, is collector's item. Pokemon Center is rewarding people that come to them specifically to buy product, to go straight to them. They reward that. They reward that with limited supply. They're not gonna turn around and sort of dump this item and dump the price into oblivion. So yeah, they understand that and they're good at that. And that's why I like Pokemon as well, just FYI. And last thing is superior returns compared to other Pokemon products, guys. So this, because of the exclusivity, because of everything that I've just said, not only short term, but long term, you have a very sort of high chance of making some solid returns, guys. The risk to reward ratio is very good for this product. So I just had to get that off my chest, guys. Had to get off my chest. I hope you guys are feeling the same way, because I am. Now let's talk about the negatives. We need to look at both sides of this coin, because there are negatives to anything. But I think for my sort of level, where I'm sort of in between, I'm really not a whale. I'm just a sort of I'm just your average Joe. I'm your average Joe trying to invest in some cards, and it brings me joy. So I'm that guy. Hopefully, a lot of people watching this are also in my position because that's where I am. But first point, it's hard to bulk buy. It's hard to bulk buy, which benefits me. It benefits me because I'm not that guy buying absolutely tons of this. I am buying the odd 4, 8, boxes. I'm not buying, absolutely thousands of boxes. So it's hard to bulk buy, and there's often purchase limits, which it can get annoying because if you have a lot of capital, like a lot of these RGSs, a lot of stores, a lot of rich people have a lot of capital, a lot of money. If they can't buy loads at once, it gets a bit annoying. It gets hard as well. So that it makes it the barrier to entry is a lot harder. Okay. So it's harder to store as well. It's more volume per pack or more volume per box. It's quite a big box compared to what you can get inside of a booster box. So obviously there's only 12 packs, is there? 12, 11, 12, 12. They've changed it. I think 12 packs or 10 packs. I don't know. No, 12. Ignore me. Volume per pack per box. So there's obviously 12 in an ETB, I think. 12, 10 in a normal ETB, which is fairs, and then there's 36 in a booster box. A booster box and an ETB size wise is sort of similar, and the booster box is a lot smaller. So you per pack, you fit a lot more per volume per pack because storage gets an issue as you start getting towards the mid to end point of this journey of investing. Storage becomes an issue, especially if you're in a flat, if you live at home, if you're only in a room. Storage becomes an issue. Unless you have your own house, storage is an issue. Okay, higher price per pack. So I believe if you want to rip product, Pokemon Center ETB is not for you. Okay, this is an investor's item, and this is why I'm sort of harking on about this being an investor's item, but it is not. I think people know this. It's not something you need to rip. You can't. You don't get much value out of ripping in ETB unless the promo's taken off. You don't get a lot of price per pack value if you want to open packs. So stay away if you want to open packs. That's sort of the negative of this. Booster box is a lot more efficient. A lot of other product you can get tins really cheap. People don't often collect tins. You can get tins really cheap. Crown Zenith tins were going really cheap. It's probably, apart from the Sea and Sky collection, it's probably one of the cheapest ways to get packs, rip packs for cards. So yeah, I would avoid if you're ripping, but it's more expensive than a regular ETB. So if you want just the packs and you're not too bothered about the stamp promo, you can get a regular ETB. There's a lot more of them. You can buy more regular ETBs, but they're not exclusive. Okay, so higher demand, so you can also sell out too fast. This is a big issue, huge issue, especially coming in the next year, next few months, guys. It's going to be a huge issue. So because the demand is absolutely out of this world right now, they are selling out way too fast. You have to be there on opening bell to buy this. Otherwise, it's sorry, you're too late. That is an issue, and I'm not sure if Pokemon are looking at this. I'm sure they're going over all sorts of data that they've got, but yeah, they need to address this because at the minute it's crazy. It's crazy. It's selling out too fast, and maybe not enough people can. It's not out long enough for people to really take advantage. So the next one, only one source of purchasing. So by that I mean there's only one place you can go, and that's the Pokemon Center. There's no other place that sells this product. You can get it obviously secondhand, but I'm talking MSRP. There's no other place. So you only got one place. You don't have options. You can't go and value buy. You can't comp against other stores. One place only. Yeah, downside. So quality control from Pokemon Center isn't always the best. There's certain boxes that can come. They can come damaged because they don't use bubble wrap. They only put them in the box and they ship them off. They obviously have warehouse management. They have forklifts. That can go wrong. They can often crush corners, crush all sorts, and that can then internally crush the ETB. So quality control, yeah, it's a thing. I'd like to say it's getting better because I obviously order from Pokemon Center a lot. I'd like to say it's getting better, but you never know when these things happen. I've had things that are damaged. I haven't sent anything back, but I've just taken it on the chin. But I have had things that are damaged, and I know people do. It happens a lot because I see on Reddit, it is an issue. So hopefully they can sort that out. But fingers crossed, haven't had anything damaged for a while. Uh, Final point: liquidity long term. We don't know what this is going to look like over 5 years because it hasn't elapsed quite yet. So we haven't got to that 2026 mark where we see, what happens after 5, 10 years. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen to this product. I can only assume it's going to do really well because it is so exclusive. Hopefully there's a collector's market in the future for it. It's not just a short term thing. Everything is indicating to me that this is a lovely long term play and should play out very nicely. So yeah, guys, those are the negatives. Those are the positives. I myself, if you're asking me, I personally think the positives outweigh the negatives. There's a lot of negatives, but I think for someone that's my sort of size of capital, where I'm deploying that, it's good. It's good. I think when you have so much like a store and you're trying to buy loads of this, it becomes an issue. I think that's the main thing. So yeah, guys, with that, I hope I hope that you've had a very valuable video, and I hope that you can get that brain ticking. Get in the comments, guys. Get debating about this because it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a huge thing in the next 2 years. Talking about Pokemon Center ETBs, I feel like people are going to turn around and be like, "Why didn't we buy more?" I just think that's what's going to play out because of the promos. But that's just me. That's just me. Don't take my word for it. But do your own research always. So if you like this video, guys, just leave a comment. Just leave a comment. Subscribe if you want to. It's free. It's free. I upload very regularly. But guys, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a great, productive new year, and hope you're all safe. So with that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.